Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 7 of What's in Our Spiritual Toolbox. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, a very warm welcome to you. I trust you will find something here that's supportive to you on your spiritual journey, your journey of remembering and healing and coming back home to the Sacred Heart that beats within. So, oh yeah, and if you're new, and even if you've been here traveling with me for a while, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It greatly supports this channel and my ability to grow and reach more people. And I thank you so much for all your love and support. Um, Rex and the cat. Oh, okay, he's moving. So I'm going to just shift this a little bit. So today we are going to be, I'm going to be sharing with you about crystals, working with crystals. So, we did the archangels and the 7 rays of light on day 5. Day 6 was about our chakras and the 7 main chakras along our spine. And today we're going to speak about crystals that we can use to open up our chakras and begin to connect with these energy centers in our body. Before I go there, though, I would like to just do a bit of a disclaimer right here at the beginning. I believe and feel myself to be a child of God, and I believe that I am here in service to a loving God, Mother, Father, and and yet I don't identify religious at all. I see and feel Jesus as my brother. I know he is. And so I feel guided to say that because there are a lot of people, and we're going to pull the Bible out today, just briefly at the beginning here. Um, there are many people who have a religious foundation who view a lot of the things that I do as, totally against the word of God. And, it's going to get me, it's the work of, um, the devil, the dark side. And I absolutely and wholeheartedly disagree with that. And, and this is why I really feel guided to say this because years and years ago, when I began, like when I was introduced to sage, I believe I told that story back in day 3. When I was introduced to start working with herbs and sage and cedar and all this kind of stuff, the guidance I was receiving was direct from source, a loving mother, father, who supported and loved me unconditionally and really wanted me to come home to the loving source of this energy. And so I have always trusted and followed my intuition, and I have always had a very strong connection with my understanding of God, the consciousness, the source, the loving creator of all of us. And recently I asked again through prayer and then automatic writing, all these things that I use, the crystals, the oracle cards, the herbs, a lot of people view this as the work of the devil. And I was told nonsense, full stop, whatever it takes to guide people back to the loving heart that beats within, to guide people back to um, God, this essence, this energy of love that through which we are all connected. So the reason I brought the Bible out, or was guided to bring the Bible out, is because, and we're going right to the book of Revelations, Revelations 21. I'm not going to read it all. I have pointed this out to a number of religious loved ones and friends over the years because right here after everything goes down, we're told, making all things new, a new heaven and a new earth. And I love that it's 20, uh, chapter 21. And here it talks about the New Jerusalem and the bride of the Lamb. I don't know all that terminology. I'm guided to work with the Bible as I'm guided to work with it. So I'll receive guidance to go and read a certain book or a chapter in a book, and that's what I do. Um, so here, I'm gonna just get to where I wanted to point this out. So Jerusalem coming down out of the heavens from God, it shone with the glory of God, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel, like jasper, clear as crystal. It had a high wall and 12 gates, and the 12 angels at the gates. On the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Sorry, I'm going to have to read a little bit of this. There were 3 gates on the east, 3 on the north, 3 on the south, and 3 on the west. The wall of the city had 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostle lambs. Okay, so we're going to skip past that a little bit. The first foundation. So, the foundation of the city walls were decorated with every kind of precious stone. The first foundation was jasper. The second foundation was sapphire. The third was agate. The fourth was emerald. The fifth was onyx. The sixth was ruby. The seventh was chrysolite. The eighth was beryl. The ninth was topaz. The 10th was turquoise. The 11th was jacinth. And the 12th was amethyst. So to say that even, the pearly gates, the explanation, the pearly gates, because then it goes on here to talk about a great street, and the city was gold and pure as translucent glass. And each of these 12 gates had each gate made of a single pearl. So pearls, we talk about the pearly gates. So to say that working with crystals and gifts from the earth and energies that are gifted to us by this loving creator, personally, I feel it's absolute nonsense. And, you know, I implore and encourage God to let me know if I'm wrong. And yet it's right there in the scripture that the new earth is going to, after the revelations, is going to be built on these precious stones. So, for those who know, it would be advisable to work with these stones. Why wouldn't we work with them to our personal benefit so that we can heal, so that we can tap into the energy, tune in to our feelings and what it feels like to be connected with the crystal and mineral, plant, and animal kingdoms of the earth. So there's my little thing. That's 8 minutes in. So we're going to get right on to this. As I mentioned yesterday in the 7 chakras, we were going to speak about 7 crystals that we can work with them. I have a few more than 7 crystals here, but I just wanted to give like a quick kind of overview. Crystals can support us in any ways, as mentioned yesterday, to open up our third eye. We can put clear quartz crystals, and shungite is a favor of mine to put in our drinking water to imbue it with the energy of the crystal. And again, these are all gifts from the earth. As you may well imagine, based on the colors of the rainbow and based on the colors of the chakras that were shared yesterday, crystals of these colors will definitely support the chakras. So an orange crystal would support the sacral chakra. Clear crystals support all the chakras. So clear quartz, this is a terminated point of clear quartz, it is known as the master healer. So it will align all the chakras. So if you only have the resources for one crystal, if there was one crystal to have in your toolbox, clear quartz would be my suggestion. So yeah, clear quartz works with all of them. It is known as the master healer, the master teacher stone. So we're just going to start at the root chakra. Crystals can be worn, jewelry, pendants. You can sleep with them. You can do whatever you want. Carry them in your pocket, put them in your bra, whatever you would like to do to bring that energy of that crystal with you. I can assure you it's greatly supportive. And many of you likely were the young child collecting rocks and bits and, beach glass and this kind of stuff when you were younger. And I know that I certainly was. And then in and around the age of 20, 21 or so, maybe, yeah, around there, I was guided to a beautiful piece of citrine. And it was a raw piece of citrine, and I was told to wear it around my neck, but long enough so that it hit my solar plexus. And I'm like, well, that's strange. Why? And I received the information that it was going to support the shifting from negative thought patterns, right? So I wore that for years, 10 years. And um, when it was completed, you could see all kinds of black, like flecks in there that perhaps it was energy that had been pulled from me. That's certainly how I took it. So there's that little story. Okay, so we're just going to start at the root chakra. So any type of jasper is fantastic for the root. Jasper is known as the stone of endurance, and it is deeply nurturing. I mean, they're all from the earth, well, with the exception of some tektites. And I didn't even bring it to speak about that, so maybe we'll do that in another video. Um, but jaspers are very nurturing, very mothering energy, gentle. They're gentle to work with as well. So for the root chakra, we would want to work with red jasper or muakkite. And I don't have any red jasper here, but I do have some muakkite. So muakkite is a combination of yellow and red jasper. Um, yeah. So I didn't have any red jasper. That's, yeah, I don't. So because for me, for the root, so muakkite and red jasper would be great, great stones for the root chakra. I also personally like, and I have found that greatly supportive to me in feeling grounded and rooted, are hematite. So here's a piece of hematite. This is magnetic. Most real hematite is magnetic. We want magnetic hematite. And obsidian. So here's a little piece of obsidian, black obsidian. It's polished. This is a piece of green obsidian. And all obsidian you can see through. This is just so dense and polished, you're not going to really be able to see through it. But this is obsidian, and obsidian is volcanic glass. And again, very grounding and nurturing. So if you're having trouble feeling grounded, I would encourage you and perhaps suggest wearing magnetic hematite on your right ankle. Yes, jasper is very much the mother feminine energy. Red, jasper supports the physical and emotional bodies to ground, and it stimulates the life force energy or chi in your body. Muakkite promotes strength, courage, and physical healing. Hematite clears negative thought patterns, negative energy, is very grounding, transforms negative to positive, and supports mental clarity. Black obsidian, volcanic, grounding, transforms negative to positive, and supports mental clarity. And, oh, I read that again. Sorry. Um, Black obsidian, protective, creative, access to hidden knowledge within, and spiritual awakening. And a lot of people use black obsidian to scry, so to see images. And I have a nice piece that um, you could do that with, but that's not how I work with it. My son's going to be coming in, so let me see if I can turn this so we don't. Okay, so there we go. He'll come in. Okay, and then yeah, Black Obsidian supports spiritual awakening, and for anything black, whether it's clothing or crystals, I find them very protective. And that's often why I wear a lot of black, is like to protect my own energy from, you know, out there. Mm. And not like I think anybody's out to get me or anything. As an empath, I'm a magnet for energies, and it would be hard to function, in any sort of productive way if I was just always like absorbing the energies of others. I can't do it. None of us should. Sacral. So for the sacral chakra, carnelian, and amber are my favorites. So carnelian is part of the quartz family, and amber is in fact a tree resin. And it's really old. Most amber comes from the Baltics. So this is raw amber. A lot of people will have polished amber jewelry, earrings, rings, whatever. But this is amber in its raw form. So both of them, carnelian is known as the stone of courage. And remember, this is the sacral chakra, our emotional storehouse. So carnelian and amber are both nurturing. This is the stone of courage. Carnelian supports gaining in confidence, courage, and strength and motivation. Amber is a resin, tree sap, and a real close connection again to Mother Nature and all the elements, ancient wisdom, and the playful, imaginative, creative child within. Amber also is known to bring good luck and goodwill. So that's those two. So for the solar plexus chakra, my favorite, absolute favorite, is citrine. Raw and natural are always my favorite of any stones. I won't show you that until we get to the next one. Um, but these are polished, but this is natural citrine. There's a lot of heat treated, and just to see the difference, like this is natural citrine as well. So there's a wide range of coloration. Heat treated citrine looks really, really yellow. And I don't have a piece to show you because I don't buy it. So look for raw natural citrine for your solar plexus, and know that it will have a wide range of colors. So clears negative energy. Citrine is known as the stone of abundance. So a lot of people will place citrine in their fortune corner of the house. The back left corner, furthest from the front door, is that corner. So lots of people will have citrine in that space because it is the stone of abundance. Citrine supports our ability to clear negative patterning, and really with respect to our personal power, whether we're giving it away or we're feeling like someone's taking it from us. We're always giving it away if someone's taking it. And it supports change, negative to positive again. So when I started working with it, I must have been 24. It must have been 1994 because I was newly sober at that time. And so I just saw someone. Okay. So yeah, I was like quite a negative Nelly. And so I was started to work with affirmations and stuff like that. So it will help to shift the positive to the positive. And you can also work with a stone like sunstone for the solar plexus chakra, obviously, because the sun governs that area. So the heart of God that beats within us all, the sacred heart that in which we feel connected to this mother, father, God, loving source. Rose quartz is the number one um, stone for the heart. It is the stone of love. This feels nice. You can just slide it in um, by the heart. It's really beautiful. So rose quartz and green aventurine. I'm pretty sure this is green aventurine. Um, and then, of course, you could work with green obsidian as well. So these stone for the heart, we want nurturing, healing, expansion, the love of the mother divine, really feminine energy here. Rose quartz, the stone of unconditional love, compassion, healing, opens the heart, self love, deep inner healing, and feelings of peace. And green aventurine is all about prosperity, good fortune, abundance, and it supports our spiritual growth. So, as we're spiritually growing, so are all these good things, our prosperity and abundance, and feelings of well being, feelings of being loved and supported unconditionally. No buts about it. So there's that for the throat. Sodalite and labradorite are my two favorites. So here is sodalite, and another member of the quartz family, I believe, and labradorite, which again, there'll be a large variation of coloring for labradorite. And recently, this beautiful piece of turquoise likes to sit at my throat, and this is a raw natural piece, which I got in. Um, oh, I found it at a market. That's right. I found it at a market, and it's hard to come by. Most turquoise you will find out there these days looks really, really blue, and it's dyed howlite, so it's not real turquoise. Both of these stones, labradorite, well, all of them, let's say labradorite, sodalite, and turquoise, are all about empowered speaking our truth, Archangel Michael. This is actually my stone for the divine masculine, the sacred masculine who walks with um, the the divine feminine as she honors her path of service. Um, okay, and then third eye, amethyst. Amethyst. Here we go. Here's a little amethyst that fits nicely on the third eye. And then you could also work with fluorite on the third eye. And again, fluorite's going to have a wide range of colors, purple, green, clear, some blue. There's some purple on there. And of course, it's going to help us to open up our third eye and our inner vision, our imagination. The crown chakra, clear quartz, and selenite. This is just a selenite wand. Selenite can clear other stones. So you'll see a lot of selenite charging plates and stuff for crystals. So these two are my go-tos for the crown chakra and just welcoming source in, the loving source. And then I forgot to mention moonstone, which would also be another great one for the third eye and even for the sacral chakra. So that's quick. It's not so quick. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry. It just took so long today. What I would say, what I would really, really say when you're working with crystals, trust your intuition. You know, if you don't feel like working with sodalite at your throat chakra, don't do it because I like working with sodalite at my throat chakra. Find another stone. Maybe it's lapis lazuli. Just remember working with the colors. And then again, things can change over time because labradorite, about 10 years ago when I created my first oracle deck, labradorite wanted to be acknowledged as a stone to open up the sacral chakra, which is down there where carnelian sits. And so, you know, it stepped forward through my experience meditating with it, and then all this opening happened, and it was mostly opening to um, deeper gifts of that I came here with, and some past life stuff as well. So above all, always trust your inner guide above anyone else. This is a really nice piece of smoky quartz with garnets all over it. And so raw natural is my preference. A lot of stuff you'll find polished. And then for some, we will find things on matrix. So when we get crystals like geodes and stuff, and they've got the matrix attached. So this is on matrix, and I can't remember what that one is. So there you go. I hope that something here has been supportive to you. Apologies if it was a little bit all over the place today. There was a lot going on, and it took me a long time to get here to record. It is now 3:33 in my part of the world, and I am going to say I trust you have been supported by something here. Please do let me know in the comments below. I look forward to being back with you on day 8 of What's in Our Spiritual Toolbox. If you have any suggestions, I am very open and grateful to receive them. I'm running out of ideas for you. Um, until next time, everyone, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Take good care.